You're listening to Daily Horoscope for your zodiac sign with Stephanie Campos. I'm your host, Stephanie Campos, and I am a practicing astrologer, psychic medium, and witch. In each daily episode, I covered a detailed overview of the astrology of the day and what you can expect from full moons to Mercury retrogrades. I've got you covered. And of course, there is always a personalized horoscope for your zodiac sign. If you scroll down in the show notes, there are always timestamps included for your convenience. And a quick pro tip before we dive in, I do recommend listening to your horoscope based on your rising sign for more accuracy. And if you are loving this podcast, don't be shy, leave a rating. Hell, even a review. I'm a one human show and produce each and every episode every day just for you. And your support means so much. Now let's get into the astrology of the day. This is your daily horoscope for Sunday, December 28th, 2025. The action starts out around 2 p.m. when the moon in Aries forms a square with Jupiter in Cancer. This can definitely kick up an element of overdoing it, of feeling like you can be in a million places at once and just feeling exhausted by the end of the day or the middle of the day. So just try to be aware of how much you take on. This could also bring some sort of positive development regarding a goal you're working on. Sometimes this can look like feeling your feelings or a sudden burst of emotion, whether it's positive or I don't think negative, because I don't think any feelings are truly negative. Like, you should be angry if you're feeling angry, like feel that. You should be sad if you're feeling sad, like let it out. So I would say like a healing burst of energy might take place around this time. This is also sometimes celebratory energy. Maybe you're just doing something fun. Now, around 6 p.m., the moon in Aries forms a trine with Mercury in Sagittarius, and I love this for the rest of the day. This just means things are going according to plan. You feel like you're being productive. You are feeling heard and seen. This is great for listening, for communication, for hanging out with other people, especially for using your mind, whether you have to study something or you're learning something new or you're having an important conversation. There's just a little bit more flow with other people and the way we use our words today. Aries, when the moon in your sign clashes into Jupiter, this could bring up big feelings, thoughts, or conversations or decisions regarding your relationship to home and family. Maybe you learn something important about a loved one. Maybe you are experiencing a shift in a dynamic with a roommate or even a lover or another family member. Maybe you are making a personal decision about your living situation or even your career path. You could also share some of your personal goals and decisions with your chosen family, and you're choosing to put your desires first, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Taurus, when the moon crashes into Jupiter, this could be a day where you are feeling a little bit more exhausted. Maybe you have a ton to do today. Maybe you didn't sleep super well last night. And it's also easy to let some of your limiting beliefs kind of run the show in the background of your mind. So if you are noticing that this is the case, it's just something to be aware of to try to proactively disrupt those thought patterns. This could also be a day where you learn a secret, or maybe you are the one who is sharing something private that you've kept to yourself. Engaging in intuitive work and divination can also lead to new insights and breakthroughs with some of your plans for the future. Gemini, when the moon crashes into Jupiter, this could be a day where you are dealing with disagreements, especially in your friend group, regarding your value systems and your beliefs. This could also bring up some tension regarding your finances. Maybe there is a certain goal or hope or dream you have for your future, and something you've wanted to invest in, but maybe you're just not sure if this is aligned or what the timing looks like, or there is some sort of temporary uncertainty that you need to push through first. Sometimes this can also bring developments regarding your career. So if you've been applying for a job, maybe you hear back from someone, maybe you receive an opportunity, or maybe you're considering alternative careers. Cancer, when the moon meets with Jupiter in your sign, this could be a moment where you are receiving recognition or praise or feeling accomplished. There could also be important decisions you're making regarding some of your personal goals, your life path, or even your career direction. This energy also reminds you that you deserve to take up space, to celebrate yourself. There could also be some major shifts or changes in your key one-on-one relationships, or even with a boss or a roommate or a family member, and this can push you outside of your comfort zone. But through this process, it is also helping you to remember to choose yourself. Leo, you are probably ready for a nap when the moon meets with Jupiter. This is a day where you can have overbooked yourself. You might be feeling a little bit more exhausted and tired. If you've been burning the candle at both ends, it can definitely catch up with you. This could also be a day where you are more aware of your own subconscious patterns, your limiting beliefs, or even habits that you're ready to shift or change. This also heightens your intuition. Spending some time alone, engaging in spiritual practices that are grounding can really bring new insight and offer guidance for the next steps on your path. Virgo, when the moon crashes into Jupiter, you are focused on the concept of reciprocity in some of your relationships. So you could be giving a lot more to a certain friend or a certain project, a collaborative project that you're working on, and maybe you're not receiving what you deserve in return. This could also be a moment where someone decides to invest in you and one of your dreams for the future. Maybe you learn about a new opportunity. Maybe you are put in touch with someone influential who can help bring about some of your goals in the tangible world. Sometimes this is also a moment of healing and vulnerability in your close connections. Maybe a friend shows up for you and offers support when you need it most, or maybe a friend or a loved one is calling you and relying on you for guidance and support. Libra, when the moon crashes into Jupiter, this can mark some sort of shift in your close one-on-one relationships, but also regarding your long-term goals and your life path and direction. So sometimes this can bring positive developments regarding your career, the direction you're headed in. Maybe you learn some news that's worth celebrating. Maybe you learn some news or have a conversation with a lover or a boss or a best friend that pushes you outside of your comfort zone or shifts your perspective. Or maybe you're starting to recognize that there is a difference of beliefs and outlook on the world and how that is influencing your overall relationship dynamic as well. Sometimes this is also just a moment of celebration. Maybe you are having a fun encounter with someone you hold dear, whether it's a best friend or going on a lovely date, or even spending some quality one-on-one time with a family member. Scorpio, when the moon crashes into Jupiter, this is going to remind you how important it is to set and honor your boundaries. There could be people who are adding more responsibilities to your plate and not really considering how that affects you and your daily life. So this is a powerful day to practice saying no and to push back against any micromanagers in your life as well. There could also be some petty disagreements or conflicts, especially ones that stem from a difference of belief systems. Now, this is also an energy where you can overdo it. So if you've overbooked yourself today, please try to push certain tasks or meetups and postpone some things if possible, because you can really wear yourself down and just feel emotionally and mentally exhausted by the end of the day. So proactively engaging in some self-care and rest is definitely beneficial. Sagittarius, you might be feeling a little bit more emotional and tender today when the moon crashes into Jupiter. And this is energy that is great for healing, especially healing your inner child, your inner teen, and doing things, hobbies and passions that you used to have when you were younger, and that can heal part of you now. It's also possible you are investing more of your time and your energy into a specific creative project and really making a lot of progress. Or maybe someone else is ready to invest in you and one of your ideas. You could learn about a new opportunity or a contract. Now, this is also wonderful energy for deepening relationships. You are feeling more raw and vulnerable and ready to open up with someone you love and cherish. Also, this energy can be a little steamy and sexy, whether that is used for yourself or with someone else or other people. Capricorn, when the moon crashes into Jupiter, this is going to bring up big feelings from the past. You might be feeling more nostalgic and sentimental. You might be more aware of certain patterns, habits, and generational cycles that run in your family or that you've picked up from your primary caregivers. This is a moment that encourages you that healing can take place, that you can choose differently and you can let go. Sometimes this can also bring positive news or even developments or decisions that push you outside of your comfort zone regarding your living situation, your relationship with family members, or even one-on-one people in your life, whether that is a lover, a best friend, or even a creative collaborator. Aquarius, when the moon crashes into Jupiter, you are booked and busy. You might feel like you are jumping from appointment to appointment, meeting to meeting. You're meeting a friend for happy hour and lunch in between, and you can really wear yourself down. So this is a great day to practice setting boundaries, to practice saying no, and just knowing also that there can be some uncomfortable conversations that take place. Maybe you learn some news that feels a little disappointing. Maybe you're not receiving recognition for something that you're putting a lot of effort into. Just know this energy is temporary and it is okay for you to speak your truth. Pisces, if you have been overspending lately, it might be more on your mind today. Or you could just have this urge to swipe your credit card when the moon meets with Jupiter. This is also going to be an important moment to reflect on your spending habits and if there are certain expenses that you can cut back on. And emotionally, this is a day where you are focused on investing your time, your energy, and your precious resources into your joy, into passions, hobbies, and activities that do light you up. And this energy can also bring up a tension or difference of beliefs in some of your romantic relationships or creative relationships as well. So just look out for that and don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. As always, I hope your daily horoscope has offered some guidance and support throughout your day. And if you can't get enough of this podcast and want more horoscopes, I invite you to join me over on Patreon, where every Sunday you gain instant access to 7 episodes of your daily horoscope for the week ahead, a weekly psychic reading, a monthly tarot spread, and a monthly meetup, which ranges from group tarot readings to group mediumship readings and circles to ask me anything about your personal birth chart. These group monthly meetups have been a real highlight over the past few months, and I am enjoying them so much. There is a link in the show notes to join. It is only $10 a month. And I hope to see you there. As always, I'm sending you love, protection, and blessings in every single dimension. Thanks so much and see you tomorrow.